In a busy market of an old city, there was an elderly man who sold used shoes. His little stall was barely held together, just a small umbrella for shade, a few old shoes neatly polished, and a tin box where he kept his money. He didn't speak much, but he was always smiling. People passed by him every day, yet few noticed him. One afternoon, a wealthy businessman walked past and saw the old man's shoes. He chuckled and said, "Who would buy these? They're worthless." The old man smiled and said softly, "Maybe someone who can't afford new ones." The businessman shook his head and walked away. A few hours later, a young orphan boy came by. His feet were bare and his clothes were torn. He looked at the shoes, then at the old man and asked, "How much for this pair, uncle?" The old man looked at the boy's feet, then at his hands, empty. He said, "Give me a smile and they're yours." The boy's face lit up with joy. He put on the shoes, said thank you over and over, and ran off into the street laughing. The next day, the businessman returned. He had seen the moment from a distance, and it stayed in his mind all night. He walked up to the old man and said, "You gave those shoes away for free. Don't you need the money?" The old man replied, "I gave them to someone who needed them more than I needed the money." The businessman paused and said, "But why? What do you gain from that?" The old man looked at him and said, "I may not have much in this world, but I'm investing in the next one." He pointed to the sky and said, "Allah sees every act of kindness. That boy's smile is my reward, here in Jannah, inshallah." The businessman was silent. He reached into his pocket, took out a large note, and placed it in the old man's tin box. "For your stall," he said, "and for teaching me a lesson about true wealth." The old man didn't take the money for himself. He used it to polish more shoes so he could give away more. Kindness never goes unseen by Allah. Give even when you have little, and trust that your reward is with Him. Follow for more Islamic stories. Share this with someone who needs this reminder.